you all see that? Showing up. Okay. So
I can see it.
See it. Perfect. So like these are the things that I'm talking about here. The pain points, the transformation, what they're ready to step into and away from, and what you can do for them. So these are the things that I literally write it like on my November content calendar. So I literally go in and I write down, what are their pain points? Like, what are people telling me that they're struggling with? What is the transformation that I can give them? What are they looking for? Like, they have these pain points. They wish freelancing was more stable. They don't know how to find clients. They think starting a business is overwhelming. They mental health is important to them, but the 9-to-5 structure doesn't support that. What is the transformation they're looking for? They're hoping to create steady income. They want to feel confident charging their worth. They want to know how to freelance better. Then another thing is like how you want to help them. So this is based on the services and offers that you create, because it's not just like, oh, I want to help them like feel, I don't know, like it has to be related to the services. Like, I'm trying to think. So before I offered like coaching or like this community service, I probably wouldn't really be talking about like how to create a lifestyle that like how to create like a work life that fits into your lifestyle, because I wasn't offering any services that really connected to that. And I could talk about it if I was like hoping to like move into that. But if you don't have a service already or aren't planning on having a service, then creating content and writing about that topic isn't necessarily going to get people to take the action that you're wanting to. So obviously, if it's something that you're like interested in talking about, you definitely can. I'm all about sharing what you think is necessary. But if you're looking for content to write that gets your client to take an action, like sign up for a newsletter, download a freebie, hire you for something, you're going to want to make sure that what you're talking about actually makes sense for the services that you offer. Yeah, so I have all of that. Okay. So now that we talked about those 4 things to consider, okay, sorry. So we talked about those 4 things to consider before you write. This is where you come into like the research phase. So before you're starting to write. And because I come from both a journalism background and I went to graduate school, I have two specific techniques of persuasion that's actually going to help you motivate your client to take the action through your writing. So the first one is something that I think you guys probably already know about. It's ethos, pathos, and logos. They're the 3 modes of persuasion. And I'm going to talk a little bit about how to decide which of the modes of persuasion to use for your audience. So ethos is basically when you are convincing others that you are an expert. And you do that a couple different ways. You can share social proof, which is like testimonials, client love, things like that. And another way to do this is to develop that brand voice that's really recognizable. So for example, if you use words like pumped instead of excited, that's different than what most people are using. If you use words like, instead of using colorful language, if you use words like frick, little things like that where people can recognize it, that's a way to use ethos to persuade. And this is really good for people that are new to your brand, if you want to persuade them, because this is where you're going to be really like convincing others that you're the expert, and the people that need convincing are people that are new to your brand. So then we have pathos, and pathos is persuading with emotion. And this is storytelling, literally using descriptive language, really powerful words, using anecdotes, and just being yourself and being super authentic. This is good for literally everybody. I was really trying to rack my brain to give like a more not so broad, like this is great for everybody, but it really is, because like as human beings, we are driven by stories. That's why we take action. So you can use this for any client at all. Then we move on to logos, and this is persuading with facts and logic using data, statistics, quotes to back up your words and your stories. And this is really good for people or clients that are really logical thinkers, logical buyers. They just need to know what they're going to get. They need to know what it's about. They want to know like the very specifics. And this is actually where you would put like if you have a specific service that you're offering, this is where you would put like the details about it. Like you get 2 calls and you get, 7 things of feedback from me, and things like that. You'll persuade them through not the benefits and what they'll get from it, but like the literal actual things that they get from buying from you.